Documents also give Cosby's account of a meeting with a woman in Las Vegas in the 1970s. Cosby said, quote, "She meets me backstage, I give her Quaaludes, we then have sex." But the account does little to clarify what happened, whether the woman whose name is redacted ingested the drugs or whether she consented to the sex. During the deposition, Cosby never answers questions about whether women took the drugs from him knowingly or whether they took them at all. I'm Andrew Spencer, reporting.
Andrew, thank you. South Carolina lawmakers are moving a step closer to removing the Confederate flag from the State House grounds. State senators voted 37-3 in favor of moving the flag sometime today. It was the second reading of the bill. It'll have to pass a third time, then go to the House for a similar procedure. The third vote in the Senate scheduled for today.
And happening today, a rally for Team USA is set to take place in Southern California. The U.S. Women's World Cup team flew into Los Angeles last night from Vancouver, and you're looking at the players walking off the plane with the Women's World Cup trophy. This marks the third time the United States has captured the Women's World Cup championship. Team USA beat Japan 5-2 in Sunday night's final, led by Carly Lloyd's 3 goals.
The mind is everything, and it's just. I've had dreams of this, as a younger player, of being a part of a World Cup team and playing in a World Cup final. I mean, that's every soccer player's dream, to win a World Cup, and we just made history tonight.
And Team USA's win was great for ratings here on Fox 11. Fox Sports says Sunday night's U.S.-Japan battle garnered a 15.2 rating in Nielsen's overnight markets. That's 13% higher than the 1999 final, the last time the U.S. won. Fox says it's the highest rating ever for a soccer game in the U.S. on a single network. In total, more than 25 million people tuned in to Sunday's final game.
And making international news on this Tuesday morning, today marks the 10th anniversary of the 7/7 London bombings on July 7, 2005. 4 coordinated bomb attacks tore apart subway trains and a bus in central London. The attacks killed 52 people, as well as the 4 Islamist suicide bombers, while injuring more than 770. The bombings remain the deadliest terrorist attack ever in Britain. Prime Minister David Cameron and London Mayor Boris Johnson laid wreaths at the memorial for the victims in Hyde Park earlier this morning. It comes ahead of an afternoon service which will be attended by Prince William. A national minute of silence is also planned.
Meanwhile, international negotiators in Vienna are racing against time to hammer out an agreement on Iran's nuclear program. Both sides seem eager to strike a deal, but key points have yet to be settled. A senior Iranian official says the U.S. needs to make some constructive moves, but Western leaders say Tehran's demands are holding things up, and that could force them to leave the negotiating table. The deadline to finalize the deal is midnight tonight, but officials say it's a soft deadline. The U.S. and Iran are already saying they'll keep talking if they're making progress.
Well, Greek leaders are about to discover if Sunday's referendum gamble has paid off. They promised a no vote would help them negotiate a better bailout deal, and today is the start of their latest attempt to get that deal. Eurozone finance ministers meet in the next hour to try and find common ground. But without positive overtures, a Greek exit from the euro is still a distinct possibility. The president of the European Commission says he doesn't want that to happen, but says that the message from Greece isn't clear. Melissa?
All right, Bill, thank you for that. Still to come, a TSA worker is in hot water after she posted a picture of cash on her Twitter account. Why the green is getting her in so much trouble. Stay with us.
So as far as I can read news, the passenger did not take the money with, I think it's him, and then he was let.
Yeah, we're having a problem
his way.
I had a reporter on my program because of this one.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a problem in this country with something called civil asset forfeiture, and in the money sense, that means, let's say you're traveling cross country, you get pulled over by a police officer, he finds $10,000 in your car.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you wouldn't have that money unless you were doing something illegal, so they seized the money.
They assume
Now,
that
you have to go to court and prove that you weren't using the money for something illegal. And by the time you get a court date and go through the whole process, you spent more than $10,000 trying to get your $10,000 back.
So with, I guess there are a few points here. So one is over $10,000. International travel, you're supposed to declare one. But in this case, it's less than that. But even you see that even 7,500, they can still seize it. And
this is where it gets interesting. This is where it really gets stupid. What they say is, well, you're carrying under $10,000, so you're doing that just to get under the law, so we won't seize the money. Therefore, we seize the money. Pretty perverted, right?
So that's what they are doing. I mean, whether it's right, no one tested it.
Right.
In a sense, it is guilty until proven innocent.
Well, and the way they get around the guilty and proven innocent is, this is really perverse. They don't charge, if you're carrying the money, they won't charge you with the crime. They charge the money with the crime.
Crazy.
Swirling new living sound.
Welcome back. Here's a live look outside. Current temperature right now, 65 degrees. This is 80 at Rock Boulevard. Traffic not too bad. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us to look at what could be yet another stormy day ahead of us. Turning now, though, to what is trending on our Facebook page. A TSA worker is in some hot water after tweeting a picture of a passenger's $75,000 carry-on. That's right. Not just that it was $75,000, it was in cash in that carry-on. According to Yahoo, this isn't the first time. Lisa Faberstein has shared pictures of some crazy things found by TSA on her Twitter account. But now people are asking if she has a right to share pictures at all. U.S. custom rules say that domestic passengers don't have to declare large amounts of cash, but officials can seize the money if they think that it's suspicious, and that's what they say happened in this case. Some people are saying that this could put passengers in danger, making them a target for theft. So we're asking our Google Plusers, what do you think about it? Should TSA be allowed to share pictures of people's personal items? Or is this a harmless, funny prank? You know, people find funny stuff all the time, post it on social media. Starting off first with Glenn. Glenn, what do you think about it? You know, you pack your carry-ons or you pack your bags, you put them on there. You never really expect that people are going to be looking through them. Maybe the TSA. But then to post it online, what do you think?
Unless you find that I'm doing something that is illegal, let's say I have something in my bag that is actually illegal, and while a large amount of money may be stupid, it's not illegal. I wouldn't travel with that much money through an airport, but it's not illegal. In that case, what is in my bag is none of your business or anybody else's business. They shouldn't be taking pictures of it, posting it anywhere. So first off, that TSA agent needs to be fired. And second, I'd like to know exactly who do I file the lawsuit against, because you're getting into my business and it's none of your business.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like this person had a gun in their bag or a knife, switchblade, etc. It's cash, totally legal, but a large amount at that, potentially suspicious. That's one thing to look into it. But then to go and post it online, although this person's name was never connected to it, so it could be any bag, anywhere. Does that make the difference? Kempton, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's better that the name is not published, but still, it's kind of like shaming the person. The person know that it's my bag, it's my money. It's not like, it's like the $7,500 gone is not bad enough. Want to, like, now I know that they're laughing at me. So from that perspective, it's bad. And I also have the problem that in this case, it's not innocent until proven guilty. I mean, they're grabbing, the TSA is grabbing the money. The person is let go. I mean, but it's up to the person to justify why this much cash. Me personally think that that much cash around is never a good sign. But still, proven innocent until proven guilty, right?
It does make you wonder, right? Why would you walk around this? But whatever the reason may be, you never know. Maybe they're paying for something large in cash. Who knows what it might be, but still. And you want to have some levity at work, right? Maybe this was part of it, but you'd also like to think that the TSA is strictly sticking to their job and not taking pictures while at work. I don't know. Depends. We would love to hear what you have to say on this one. You can go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. Sam?
All right, Melissa, thank you. Well, Art Town is in full swing, and Amanda Horn from the Nevada Museum of Art joins us next to tell us how the museum is celebrating. Plus, it's time for people in Spain to run with the bulls. We'll show you an incredible video from day one. Stay with us, everyone. Whew, we'll be right back.
So it sounds like they're getting some rain there in Reno. I got to check the radar on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be good because they've been in that serious drought.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're getting a lot of smoke here where I am in Wyoming because of your Canadian fires, and I'd like you to put an end to it if you would. Please stop it.
Yeah, it's blowing down to you guys. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Vancouver is really bad, and it's not even the fire is not at Vancouver. It's 200 kilometers away from somewhere, and then it's blowing to Vancouver, and I think it's down all the way to a few states, not just the border states.
Well, I stepped outside the past few weeks here, and I thought, boy, it's really hazy. And then someone told me that's not haze, that's smoke. But growing up in Florida, I'm used to a lot of humidity, so I just thought it was humidity in the air.
Right, yeah. Until I don't know if you see it, but is there a fine layer of ash on top of your car?
No, I think we're so far down that the ash isn't making it. It's just like a fine haze in the air.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a smoke screen for the Canadian invasion.
right, exactly. It's in Canada invading you guys.
You're all coming down here with your quarters for our vending machines just to clog them up.
Right. Or our Canadian money. We need to carry bags of them to buy newspaper, buy a jug of milk. All right, see you in the next segment.
All right.
Where's Steve? Maybe swimming or something. So
I think he is. Yeah, he and his wife been going to the gym a lot. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Okay. All right. See you next time.
Welcome back, everybody. 7:49. Well, it is Tuesday, and that means our good friend Amanda Horn is here once again to tell us what is going on this week at the Nevada Museum of Art. Thanks so much for coming in. Love the bracelets, by the way.
Thank you. A lot of bling today.
A lot of bling. We love the bling. Busy week at the museum. Let's talk about a special talk that's happening on Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday we have a conversation between Mexican artist Betsabe Romero and our Director of Contemporary Art Initiatives, Joanne Northrup, who was responsible for bringing Betsabe's work to the Nevada Museum of Art. And this has been an enormously popular exhibition, En Transito. She has these cool floating tables that were inspired by 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Yep, you see those there. Cool installation. People have just loved this. She also uses repurposed go-kart tires. And she'll be talking about
repurposed go-kart tires.
She does.
What kind of art is made out of those?
Well, she uses a wood cutting method, but she cuts those into rubber and then paints them gold with gold leaf, and they're indigenous and folkloric designs. Really cool work. It's been really popular, and she'll be here to talk about it.
Cool. Great to listen to that for sure. Also, we all know it is Art Town. What are you guys doing to get involved in that?
So first of all, every Friday this month, we are having Art Bites. Normally, we only have those a couple times a month, but we're doing it every Friday, beginning with this Friday's talk from a local artist named Leilani Schweitzer. So again, tie into Art Town using a local artist. She'll be talking about color, and she's calling it Art PE. And this artist uses repurposed materials like paint chips discarded from manufacturers, and she makes installations out of them. So it'll be a fun art bite. That's at noon on Friday, and she'll be talking about her inspiration and how she uses those kinds of materials.
And these don't take long to
they're less than an hour.
Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
so you can go over on your lunch hour and just take a stroll over to the Nevada Museum of Art and listen to a discussion on that.
Get a little culture and education on your lunch hour instead of an Arby's beef and cheddar.
That's right. Then this Saturday is celebrating Art Town with Hands on Second Saturday.
Love that. All right. We also, real quickly, we're talking about some of the films. We love to beat the heat.
We do.
The films on Sundays, I believe, right?
We do. And this Sunday, we have a documentary called Even Though the Whole World is Burning. talking about heat. But this is from poet. It's a documentary about Pulitzer Prize-winning poet W.S. Merwin. And this will be a very special presentation because we also have the associate producers of the film who will be there on site afterward to answer questions, artists Edward Morris and Susanna Saylor, as well as a poetry reading from Jared Stanley. So that's at Sunday at 3 p.m. Lots going on this week.
All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you so much for coming, and happy Art Town to you,
Thank
Amanda.
you. Happy Art Town to you.
All righty. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome back to Mornings on Fox 11. A busy day yesterday in the Weather Center. We had strong storms across the area leading to heavy rain in some spots, as well as quarter to half inch hail in a few areas as well reported, and some flash flooding in southwest Reno. These are only 5 of the reports from yesterday's storms. If you want, I have a link on my Facebook and Twitter page where you can go and check out a full list of the reports from the National Weather Service from yesterday's storms. It was a busy one for sure, and another chance to see more activity today. A cooling trend, though, not quite as hot as the last couple of weeks. In fact, now we're down to the 80s for the highs starting today, with scattered storms in the afternoon and evening, and some of those could be on the heavy side. 65 in town. We are looking at partly cloudy skies, calm winds, 58% humidity. Temperatures right now mild to start the day and not nearly as hot later this afternoon as it was a couple of weeks ago. We're starting that cooling trend, and we're going to see temperatures not even reach the 90-degree mark in Reno right through the 7-day forecast. Basically partly cloudy skies, a couple showers just trying to get going out just to our east, but we'll continue to watch for more scattered showers later on this afternoon and evening. Thunderstorms as well. Some of those storms could be heavy as far as rainfall is concerned. Small hail a possibility, gusty winds, lightning, thunder. Definitely keep an eye out on the sky. Scattered thunderstorms continue on the 7-day forecast right through the end of this weekend, just touching the beginning of the weekend, although the chances are down to 20% by Saturday. Temperatures cool between now and the end of the week, but then they rebound as we head into next week. Eye on the sky for the afternoon today. We'll be back.
Juicy J. 'Cause I'm coming at you like
Welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 7:58. We're joining you live from Mornings on Fox 11 with your News 4 update. Well, a lawsuit has been brought to light. Some voter fraud that may have happened in Mineral County. That's right. Reno attorney Ken McKenna filed a lawsuit last Wednesday on behalf of Chris Nepper. The lawsuit names the state, Secretary of State's office, and Dominion Voting Systems. Nepper lost the contest for Mineral County clerk last year to Lorraine Haight. A discrepancy was reported in the vote counting process where 178 votes did not get counted in one precinct. Nepper lost by just 88 votes. Among other things, the lawsuit claims that there was an error in recording the votes and an alleged cover-up of a miscount. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at what could be yet another stormy day ahead of us. Hi, Tim.
That's right. Good morning to you. Yeah, we had a busy day yesterday with thunderstorms and reports of hail as well as lightning and flash flooding. Today, that's a concern again. A flash flood watch posted from noon until 9. For the areas in green on your screen, this time it is extending further to the south and the east as well, even extending outside of our viewing area. But either way, we have those storms in the forecast for later on today. And it's quiet for now. 68 in Reno, 61 in Carson City, highs in the 80s for the lower elevations, 70s around Lake Tahoe. We'll be back.
Plus, that venti mocha frappuccino at Starbucks could cost you more today. Find out what coffee favorites are going up in price.
And Melissa meets with Laura Ritchie from Nothing to It in the Kitchen. Find out what great ideas they are cooking up this week for Lunchbox Battle.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
Good Tuesday morning, and thank you for joining us here on Mornings on Fox 11. Right now, it's 8:02. I was looking behind you at the time.
You were trying to put your head on my shoulder there. It looked like.
Well, we do have some breaking news to bring to you right now. AP is now reporting that South Carolina Senate has given final approval to remove the Confederate flag. It's now going over to the House. This is, of course, a debate that people have been talking about for some time now, whether or not to bring down the Confederate flag. For some, it's all about history. It's all about their tradition. For others, they're saying it's racist. Now the South Carolina is making the next move to, in fact, take it down, which is off the state capitol.
3 votes they had to do this. They had to do this 3 times. I think what surprised a lot of folks is only 3 people voted to keep it there at the House. Everybody else voted to It's time to remove it.
Time to get rid of it. So we're going to keep you updated on that as we get more information. Also, a pretty cool lunchbox battle. Did you guys get to try them when I brought them back, the truffles that I brought back?
No.
Oh, these are so good. Laura's going to be telling you a little bit more about a truffle that is, I'm not going to say sinless because it's got some peanut butter in it, but it is not
Peanut
what
butter's
you
good for you.
Yeah, peanut butter is good for you.
I love peanut butter. And something about our newsroom that we'll tell everyone at home. If food comes in here, it is gone within 5 seconds. You would think that we've never eaten before. It's crazy.
I know. You
how
put
fast
peanut butter
food
on an
goes.
old shoe and somebody in this place will eat it. I swear to you they will.
Exactly. All right. Well, I'm one of those folks. Well, how about this one, guys? Thousands of thrill seekers testing their bravery and speed this morning by dashing alongside bulls through these streets of Pamplona. Yes, it is that time of year again. The running of the bulls. These guys are nuts.
Oh
It
my
just runs about
gosh.
2 minutes
Look at
as
that.
the bulls run from a holding pen through narrow cobblestone streets. And
Oh my
end
gosh,
up
look at
in
that
the
one.
city's bull ring.
Oh! This
You know
video
what?
drives me nuts.
If they do that, they pay money to do this, they torment these bulls, they get what's coming to them. You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
There you
Up
go.
the rear end if you're not careful.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
happened before.
I
People
know.
have gotten. Oh, look
Oh,
at
look
me
at
now.
that
they still just do it.
That's horrible.
That is
Crazy. Anyway,
Crazy.
Spain's Red Cross spokesperson says that 7 people had to be taken to
Wow,
the
only
hospital
7.
for
There you
injuries.
go. There you go.
Bull runs will take place every day until July 14th.
July 14th. And didn't someone get in trouble last year for using the selfie stick or taking selfies?
Yeah, with the
With-
stick while they're running from the bull.
They should have been smacked around. Is what should have happened. You're worried about your selfie stick when you've got a bull coming
Yeah.
behind you with big old horns like this.
Yeah.
And that one guy got trampled over by the other runners as well. No, not a good idea.
Not nice for the bulls either.
Yeah,
I know they've had deaths, but it's
Yeah.
amazing to me that more people don't die.
I know. People
that,
get
these-
gored every
Yeah.
year at this event,
Yeah.
practically. Scary.
No,
All
thank
right.
you.
Not doing it. Let's go ahead and switch gears now and take a look at what's trending this morning, you guys. Trending over on Yahoo. It looks like Scott Disick going to have some freedom. Yep. According to reports, he and Kourtney Kardashian split after 9 years. The pair documented their struggles on several reality shows. They have 3 kids together. Trending over on Facebook, legendary film and TV producer Jerry Weintraub died yesterday at the age of 77. He produced the Ocean's 11 franchise and the original Karate Kid. He worked with showbiz elite from Elvis Presley to Brad Pitt and had 3 Weintraub primetime Emmys to his name. A rep confirmed rather that he passed away from heart failure in Santa Barbara, California. Trending on Twitter, hashtag Starbucks. People, listen up. If your daily routine includes a stop at Starbucks, you may have to pay just a little bit more. The Seattle-based coffee house chain is hiking prices again. Starting today, Starbucks is going to charge 5 to 20 cents more for some drinks at most of their stores in the U.S., and even those sales were up last year. Starbucks customer satisfaction ratings lagged behind those of main competitor Dunkin' Donuts. A Starbucks rep says prices are not being raised on any food items. How is this going to help out your rep? That's what I'd like to know. Higher prices? I get it. All right, turning now to what's trending over on our Facebook page. We all know that it's illegal to drink if you're under 21 in the U.S., but according to the Wall Street Journal, 31 states actually let parents give alcohol to minors, and some parents say it could be a good thing. A survey in the Journal of Adolescent Health shows that kids are more likely to binge drink when parents let their kids have alcohol at a party, unsupervised. But it says that binge drinking becomes less of a habit when teens drink with their parents at a dinner, maybe a special event. Some critics argue that it doesn't matter when or where underage kids are getting their drinks, underage drinking is bad. But according to Yahoo, a lot of parents think that controlled exposure can teach kids how to drink responsibly. So we're asking all of you, is it a good idea to let your kids drink a little under your supervision, or should you keep it away at all costs? This is such an interesting one. Michael writes in and says most of the Western world does, so why not? We'd love to hear what you have to say. You can go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. Sam?
I still don't like even drinking with my parents now that I'm of age. All right, well, hunters of Corvettes are parking in the biggest little city this week for a big celebration. Fox 11's Gianna Georgie is live inside the Grand Sierra Resort and Casino with more. Good morning, Gianna.
All right, Gianna, pretty cool. Thank you so much. Well, coming up, Samantha brings you some hot deals around town. But first, a new study is showing us which cars burn the most oil. Find out about that coming up. Stay with us. And welcome back. If your car seems to be burning a lot of oil and you have to top off your oil frequently, you've got company.
That's right. Consumer Reports' latest auto survey, covering almost 500,000 newer cars, have identified several popular engines that burn quite a bit of oil.
Oil light on, oil levels low. That's happening more and more often with Lauren Dustin's 2013 Subaru Outback.
Every time I had to put oil in the car, it left me fuming, and I kept thinking, I've got to get rid of this thing, I've got to get rid of this thing.
Lauren isn't alone. Consumer Reports has identified 30 cars, model years 2010 to 2014, as top oil burners. The worst are the BMW 5, 6, and 7 series and X5, the Porsche Panamera and Cayenne, and the Audi A3, A4, A5, A6, Q5, and S4.
It's normal for cars to burn a little bit of oil as they age, as they get closer to 100,000 miles, but for a nearly new car that's still under its warranty, you shouldn't have to be topping off the oil between changes.
Audi, BMW, and Subaru say that oil consumption is a normal part of a car's operation, but Consumer Reports finds 98% of owners of newer cars don't have to add oil between oil changes.
Consumer Reports believes that any engine that burns oil, if it's still under the manufacturer's powertrain warranty, it needs to be repaired or replaced.
If your car requires oil frequently, Consumer Reports says take your oil receipts to your dealer and ask for a fix. Lauren says that she tried, but 2 Subaru dealerships told her that her car didn't qualify for repairs.
Subaru, Audi, and Toyota are subject to class action lawsuits regarding the problem of oil consumption, and Honda recently issued a warranty extension to cover the issue.
Interesting stuff. It's something you always think about, how many miles before you get an oil change, but a lot of times you don't think of topping it off.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people have to do that.
I would never think of doing that. I just wait till the oil light goes on. Is that bad?
No, I do the exact same thing.
I don't.
All right, let's toss it over to Samantha Boatman. She's going to save us some money with her Boatman's Bargains. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, I think checking my oil is the only thing I know how to do on my car. All right, let's take a look at how you can save some money. Let's begin over on Living Social. Today's deal of the day is a 3-course dinner and hot springs access for 2 at Wally's Hot Springs Resorts for only $89. That's a $212 value. You'll want to jump on on that one. Also, you can give it as a gift or celebrate an anniversary with your special someone. And here's the deal of the day on Groupon.com. Take a 2.5-hour guided paddleboard or kayak tour over the glassy waters of Lake Tahoe with a Drift Tahoe for only $69 or $138 for two. That's over a 45% saving. If you know of a great deal around town, especially when it comes to summer activities, please share that on our Fox 11 Facebook page because we would love to share it with all of you at home. All right, well, still to come here on Mornings on Fox 11, a local female coach has taken her underdog team to the U.S. Club Nationals. Find out how they have triumphed. Also still to come, Melissa meets up with Laura Ritchie from Nothing to It in the Kitchen. Find out what they are cooking up this week for Lunchbox Battle. We'll be right back. And hey, welcome back everyone. Well, if you are looking for a sweet treat that won't bust your calorie intake or make your kids bounce off the walls, Laura Ritchie has the thing for you. She'll explain in today's Lunchbox Battle with Melissa.
Well, on today's Lunchbox Battle, this is not only a great one for the kids, but for parents alike, those who are looking to get a little bit more protein in their diet, this is a great one. Also, no baking.
That's right.
No cooking.
No cooking,
no heat.
No heating up the oven.
Love this. Laura Ritchie here with Nothing to It Culinary Center. What do we have today?
So it's a protein truffle is what we're going to call it. It's a nice little sweet bite, but you can feel good about giving this to your kids or as you snack a couple along the way.
Yes.
Right? So we have dates, and this is what's going to sweeten the whole deal for us. So you just want to put your dates in a food processor, and we'll do this until they're nice and chopped up and smooth. And then, well, it's not going to be too smooth. It'll still be a little bit chunky.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add oats, peanut butter, chia seeds, vanilla, a little almond milk, and some protein powder, whatever your favorite protein powder is. And we'll mix this all up, and then we'll form it into balls.
Yeah, a great chocolate protein powder would be awesome in this
Absolutely.
too.
And you can roll these in chocolate as well, or even in a little bit of coconut.
Yeah, a coconut would be great. Cocoa powder, so you're not getting all of those, the crazy sugars in there, but you're still getting that great chocolate taste to it as well. Once you've rolled them, what's next at that point?
So at that point, you can refrigerate them. If you're not going to eat them in a couple days, then you can just keep them on a tray, cover them up because somebody's going to want to snack on them.
Absolutely.
And then you can just have them ready to go when you want.
How long do you think they'll sit in the refrigerator?
A good week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think these would freeze okay. It's not going to be perfect, but they'll still come out, and then you have that ready-to-go snack.
Great. And also, if you keep them in the fridge, you can just pop them out a few after dinner, maybe for snacks here and there.
For sure. It's a nice little sweet bite. It's got a little bit of crunch to it, so you don't feel like it's just all smooth, or you're just eating a lot of peanut butter.
Yeah.
And then I like it too because, you know, you can mix up this stuff as well. So if you wanted to put a little more of your favorite chopped dried fruit, if you want some cranberry or cherries in there, a little apricot. If you don't eat peanut butter, then use almond butter. You know, there's so many great nut butters out there today.
Yeah.
And then the almond milk, what you'll do is, in the recipe, it's going to give you a certain amount. If you feel like it needs a little bit more, then give it a little bit more. It's a pretty forgiving recipe, so it's fun. And it can be fun with the kids because this is a great way to start exploring math in a different way.
Yeah.
You can say, let's double the recipe. Well, how much is that going to be? Or we'll do it in half, things like that.
All right, and if you'd like the recipe, of course, you can always find it on our website, foxreno.com. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
All right, thank you both for that. Well, we got a break from the storms this morning and overnight last night, but it was a busy day yesterday, and we have the potential for another busy day today with flash flooding concerns. We're going to talk about it coming up. Good morning and welcome back. So we had a busy day yesterday with strong storms pushing through the area. That led to a lot of reports of heavy rain, quarter to half-inch hail, and some flash flooding concerns out there. This is just a small list right here of 5 of those entries from the National Weather Service. The entire list is available on their website. I've posted a link on my Facebook and Twitter pages to go check that out if you want to see the list of those reports from the strong storms yesterday. A cooling trend on tap for us today and for the next couple of days here. No more triple digits. In fact, the 7-day forecast doesn't even feature any 90s on it. We're in the 80s and even the 70s for one day on that 7-day. That'll come up in just a minute here. Scattered storms continue in our forecast. Some of those could be heavy at times. So again, flash flooding concerns for the day today with a flash flood watch in place for much of the viewing area. Also, some of those storms could come with lightning and thunder, some hail and gusty winds as well. 68 in Reno right now. Calm winds for the most part at 3 miles per hour, 50% humidity and partly cloudy skies. We're at 63 this morning in Carson City, 66 in Yerington, 65 in Smith Valley, and 59 in South Lake Tahoe. Not nearly as warm this afternoon as we were over the last couple of weeks. We were in the 90s yesterday. Last couple of weeks we saw the hundreds a couple of times. Not so much today. We're going for the upper 80s. And on Futurecast, that low pressure system off the coast continues to hang around, so that brings us more chances for scattered storms. And again, some of these could come with lightning and thunder, and they have been for the last several days. Heavy rain as well as small hail and gusty winds. Those are all possibilities with these storms. We'll do it again this afternoon. We'll do it again tomorrow afternoon. In fact, for much of the work week on that 7-day forecast, we have the chances continuing right through about Friday, decreasing by Saturday, and then they're off the 7-day by the time we get to your Sunday and Monday. Check out the temperatures too, mid-80s today, a little bit below average for the summer year. We continue to cool off through Thursday, then things will start to rebound back closer to average by Monday of next week. Carson City also seeing a cooling trend. Same thing at South Lake. Check out Thursday at South Lake Tahoe. 69 degrees is all we're going to manage for the high, but then we will warm up from there, and the scattered storms continue in the forecast all the way through about Friday and Saturday. We'll be back.
And welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 8:28. We're joining you live from Mornings on Fox 11 with your News 4 update. Well, Nevada Congressman Joe Heck announced his candidacy yesterday for Senator Harry Reid's seat. He's currently serving in the 3rd Congressional District, which includes Clark County. There are more registered Democrats than Republicans in his district, and even though he is a Republican, Heck supports social programs, including the Affordable Care Act. He's expected to face Democrat Catherine Cortez Masto, former Nevada Attorney General, has already received Harry Reid's endorsement. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at our forecast. Hi, Tim.
Good morning to you. We have another round of thunderstorms on the way, scattered about the area for this afternoon, so watch for those. In fact, just like yesterday, a flash flood watch is in place in green here on your screen from noon until 9 p.m. Extends up into northeastern California, down to our south as well, and includes much of western Nevada for scattered thunderstorms that could include some heavy rainfall, some small hail, gusty winds, and lightning and thunder, so keep an eye out for that as you head out this afternoon. Satellite radar quiet for the most part for now, just a couple of light showers trying to get going, not too much out there quite yet, but this afternoon that's when the action picks up again for us, just like yesterday, the day before that. In fact, this pattern lasts right through much of the 7-day forecast too. 68 in Reno so far, 67 in Dayton. Scattered thunderstorms all the way through the 7-day forecast until this weekend. That's when they start to come to an end. Cooler temperatures on the way as well.
Locals in Tahoe pitch in to make sure that kids don't go hungry this summer. We're going to tell you where they can eat for free.
Also, still to come, severe thunderstorms have resulted in flash floods all over our region. See what local experts are saying about them.
Also still to come, we introduce you to a unique flavor of ice cream as a local food truck visits our studio. And we mean unique. Welcome to Mornings on Fox 11.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
And hey, good Tuesday morning, everyone. 8:32 now, last half hour of the show, and you will definitely want to stick around for that food truck because we're talking about combining wine and ice cream. And speaking of wine, our trending topic is a unique one today. We're talking about parents letting their kids drink with them when they're under the age of 21.
That's right. Some people say no matter what, kids shouldn't have alcohol before the age of 21. It's a bad idea. Other parents say, you know what, I'd like to let them have it with me around so I can teach them what's appropriate and what's not. And there is a big battle. And there's research on both sides for the perks for both sides.
Yeah, my parents will kill me for saying this, but when I was about, I want to say 8 or 9 years old, they let me have a sip of one of their cocktails because they knew I would hate the taste of it and wouldn't want to drink it for a long, long time.
Yeah. My parents were never like, if we wanted to try it, they're like, go, have a sip. That's fine. And we tried it. Ultimately, we always hated it. So, it was never like, yeah, here's your own glass or whatever. But it was never like this kind of like, don't touch the glass.
Well, I had friends in high school who their parents would allow people to come over and get drunk at their house under their supervision, which of course is dangerous as well. But I don't even remember seeing my parents drink at all.
Really?
I was little.
Oh, you should have
Or
visited
even
the
a
old
teen.
Frankmore house back in the day.
Not to say they didn't do it behind my back, especially at family events, but I don't remember seeing a drink in their hand ever.
Oh my gosh. Big Portuguese family. We had smoking inside the house and drinking inside the house
And
back
cooking
in the day.
inside the house. We had the Italian family. Big
Yes.
Italian family. We used to make red wine. My sister and I have pictures of our skinny little legs stomping on wine and in big barrels when we were little kids.
Yeah, we used to do that too. We had something in the backyard called a navega. Navega is where you make your wine and through the grapes in my uncle's house.
Sounds like our families were a lot more fun.
Are we related? Cheese and crackers.
To each his own, I think, is what you do with that.
Absolutely.
All righty, we begin this half hour with the weather. Guess what? We got pounded again yesterday. Could get pounded again this morning. Fox 11 spoke with experts to see why our region is seeing some serious flooding. They say summer is flash flood season, so the extreme weather we're seeing is not all that unusual. And when moisture accumulates, experts say it can't seep into the soil quickly enough, causing runoffs. A lot of this has to do with the drought we're in. Experts say our dry region plays a big role in why it takes longer for water to absorb.
I would have to say that there's not a lot of evidence right now that the drought is causing more flash floods. Generally, the summer is our flash flood season, and so it's a matter of how much moisture is in the air and how much the heating causes the convective storms to form.
Coburn says NevadaFloods.com has a lot of information about preparing for storms. If you'd like more information and a link to it, just head to our website, foxreno.com.
And speaking of that wild weather, the city of Sparks has set up a self-serve sandbagging station for anyone who may be concerned about potential flooding. The sandbag station is at Fire Station 4. That's on the northeast corner of Disk and Vista. For removal of debris in the roadways, residents or businesses can call the Sparks Maintenance Hotline at 353-2271. That number there on your screen. And South Lake Tahoe residents can also access sandbags free of charge at the Streets and Snow Removal Yard. That's located at Rufus Allen Boulevard, right next to the campground by the lake. The stand is free, but you will have to bring along your own shovel. Just show up Monday through Friday between 7:30 a.m. and 4 o'clock p.m.
And happening today, the county's asking for the public's input on different ways the community can respond to and prevent emergencies and disasters. Several public workshops are happening to help draft the 2015 Washoe County Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan. You can give your ideas on ways to reduce risks from natural and man-made hazards. It's happening tonight from 6 to 7:30 in the Reno City Council chambers. This will be the first of several public workshops. Once a draft is complete, it will be submitted to local governing boards. In the fall, it will then be sent to FEMA for final approval. After a busy 4th of July weekend up at Lake Tahoe, nearly 300 volunteers came out to clean up area beaches. The League to Save Lake Tahoe officials say more than twice as many people came out for this year's cleanup compared to last year. Volunteers and staff collected trash and debris for more than 4.5 miles of Tahoe's beautiful shoreline. Altogether, they picked up about 1,600 pounds of trash. 1,600 pounds. Cleanup crews found more than 5,000 plastic items alone, including caps, bottles, utensils, and straws. They also removed more than 4,000 cigarette butts.
That's just sick that people could leave that much behind. Well, 2 North Lake Tahoe organizations are making sure kids don't go hungry this summer while they're out of school. Both the Tahoe Truckee Unified School District and the Boys and Girls Club of North Lake Tahoe are serving breakfast and lunch to anyone 18 years old and under for free. Children do not have to attend any sort of program to get the free meals. They can just show up and get a free breakfast or lunch. The Boys and Girls Club is also serving breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday through August 21st. That's at the address on your screen. And the Tahoe Truckee Unified School District is dishing out free meals weekdays through July 31st, also at Truckee Elementary School.
A local woman is making strides in the soccer world. She is the only female coach heading to the U.S. Club Nationals this month. Alicia Martinez coaches the Nova Alliance Club team in Reno. They beat out 8 other teams to earn the Western Regional Championship title back in June. They're a small club, often seen as underdogs among the bigger Western organizations in our region. Like the majority of teams, they cannot afford the cost of competition, so they have fundraisers for everything. Coach Martinez also cooks for the team during time away to save money. She says she's proud of her team, even though other coaches and referees may give her a hard time sometimes.
And they dislike me because they say you can't empathize with the boys. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know this and you don't know that. So how can you coach boys? And I say, you know, I love the game. It's a passion for me. So why can't I teach it to boys or girls or whatever the age is? You know, pass down my passion and love for the game.
The team's trying to raise $15,000 to compete in Indiana on the 17th. They're hosting 2 fundraisers and have a GoFundMe page for donations. To learn more, visit our website, myfoxreno.com.
Coming up in Europe, it's totally acceptable for teens to drink wine at the dinner table. It's time for the U.S. to bring the tradition here. We ask our Google Plusers to weigh in. Plus, how many balloons does it take to get your company noticed? Well, one man found out when he took to the skies for a publicity stunt in Canada. Stay with us.
Bacon. Yum.
Oh, yeah. I'm in a bacon mood.
Do you pan fry break bacon or you bake your bacon?
I like to bacon in the oven.
Bacon in the oven?
I used to pan fry it. Then I saw one day someone put it in the oven. You know, I just thought it was better.
Do you fold it? Like some people fold a groove and then lay bacon and then let all the oil drip away. Or do you just lay it flat on?
I just lay it flat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me send you that YouTube.
Okay.
Video.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that.
American Test Kitchen. They do good stuff.
Hey, Canadian bacon I think is superior to American bacon. You know why? Because Canadian bacon is more bacon.
Oh, really? Well, I saw this. Let me find it. Oh, yeah. This is it. Oh, yeah.
Now and then when a bacon topic comes up on my show, I have several bacon songs I love to play.
Oh,
one of them is a rap song.
Ah. This is an instruction video. How to
And welcome back. Turning now to what's trending on our Facebook page. This this is a good one. We all know it's illegal to drink if you're under 21 in the U.S., but according to the Wall Street Journal, 31 states actually let parents give alcohol to minor children. Some parents think that's a good idea. A survey in the Journal of Adolescent Health shows that kids are more likely to binge drink when parents let their kids have alcohol at a party unsupervised. But it says that binge drinking becomes less of a habit when teens actually drink with their parents at a dinner, maybe a special event. Some critics argue it doesn't matter when or where underage kids get their drinks. Underage drinking is simply bad. But according to Yahoo, a lot of parents think that controlled exposure can actually teach your kids how to drink responsibly. So we're asking all of you, ask your Google Plusers, is it a good idea to let your kids drink a little under your supervision, or should you keep it away at all costs? This is a touchy one, and for a lot of people it has to do potentially with their heritage as well, maybe traditions in the family. Kempton, what do you think?
Well, maybe heritage, but at the same time, I think it makes sense. It makes sense to me that if you expose the kids to alcohol in a control and in an environment that is not telling them, hey, this is forbidden, you're not allowed to touch it, and then they go crazy. So it's great that now there's scientific proof for this works. So I'm all for kids drinking a little bit when their parents, when adults are present.
Yeah, a lot of people too talk about the 21 age. What makes that the magical age? Before 21, you're underage. After 21, you're okay. Here in Europe, different ages. So Glenn, what do you think about it? Do you think that this is a good idea, letting your kids drink with you before the legal age hits?
Well, you nailed it in the lead into your story. Teach kids to drink responsibly. That way, when they get out on their own, it's not such a big deal anymore. But if you teach them that it's wrong and you don't want them to do it and you forbid them, then the moment they get the opportunity to rebel, guess how they're going to rebel? As far as teaching them in the privacy of your own home, keywords there, privacy, your own home. Those are also your kids, and how you raise your kids in the privacy of your own home is your business. So for all the busybodies out there that want to tell you how to raise your kids in the privacy of your own home, well, they can just get stuffed.
Your own home and your own kids. What I do in my house is one thing, but I would not be happy if I sent my kid to someone else's house and they let my child drink or drank with my child. That would not be okay for me. We'd love to hear what you have to say. You can go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. That is where the conversation continues. Sam?
Crazy one. Thanks, Melissa. Well, if you're looking for a refreshing and cool way to have your glass of wine, yeah, wonderful timing there. See what we have for Food Truck Roundup. It's something you will not want to miss. Also, the news doesn't stop when you leave the house, and Fox 11 has you covered. Download the new and improved free Fox 11 AM app for your smartphone or your tablet. It's your only source for local real-time traffic updates. I cannot get through this. Go and download it. I haven't had the ice cream yet. We'll be right
Go
back.
check out that bacon thing, Glenn. I think you may like it, especially if you bake it. I mean,
I'm going to send you a couple of those bacon songs. You might get a kick out of them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
See you.
All right. Have a good one. See you
So with
tomorrow.
our viewers,
Good morning and welcome back. So yesterday some storms came through the area. They were scattered in nature, but they did a lot of work when they did hit certain areas. So we have some storm reports to share with you. 0.47 inches of rain in just 30 minutes fell at the National Weather Service office in the northern side of Reno. Gardnerville picking up 1.65 inches in 45 minutes. Collin Ranch, half-inch hail reported there. Topaz Lake, quarter-inch hail reported from you folks. And southwest Reno, there was some flash flooding. Now, these are just 5 of the reports. If you're thinking, hey, my town's not on that list, but we got hit, yes, the full list is available from the National Weather Service. A link is on my Facebook and Twitter pages if you want to go there and click on the link to see the entire list. Of course, it wouldn't fit on the screen, so I only shared about 5 with you. A cooling trend on the way for the day today and for the next couple of days. Highs are only in the 80s across the 7-day forecast, even a day in the 70s. We'll show that to you in just a minute. Scattered storms out there. Some of those could be on the heavy side. Again, the potential for heavy rain, small hail, gusty winds, and lightning and thunder with any of these scattered storms later on today. 68 in town so far. We are looking at basically partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. We'll continue to watch for some storms later on today scattered about the area. 64 in Carson City, 68 in Dayton, 55 in Truckee. We are watching for those storms later. Not too much activity right now. A few showers just starting to try and pop up out there. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies. As we head into the afternoon, scattered storms again today. Again, tomorrow could be watching for flash flooding issues. So we do have a flash flood watch from the National Weather Service again from noon until 9 today. We'll do it all again tomorrow. In fact, we hold on to the scattered thunderstorms right through the end of this work week. They start to diminish on Saturday and they're gone for the most part by Sunday and Monday. Temperatures taking a dip by the end of this week and then starting to rise again as we head into next week. Mid 80s for the lower elevations today, mid to upper 70s around the Tahoe area and the Sierra. Down to the 60s for South Lake Tahoe by Thursday, 69 degrees the high then. But again, recovering as far as the temperatures are concerned next week. We'll be back.
And finally this morning, check this out. A man in Calgary, Canada, took to the skies on Sunday using helium balloons and a lawn chair. Daniel Boria used a $10 chair from Walmart and 101 helium balloons to fly over his city. Boria says he decided to risk his life to draw attention to his cleaning products company. Makes sense, doesn't it? The stuntman may have drummed up some press for his company, but he also got in trouble with the law when he parachuted to safety. Officials charged him with 1 count of mischief causing danger to life. Remember the movie Up? It's just
Real
like
life Up.
Do not try this at home.
I always fantasized about doing that when I was a little kid.
Wow.
I would not do that now.
No.
No.
Danger.
He spent like $1,200 on the helium, though, right?
That's amazing. That's
Cheers.
amazing.
Cheers,
Oh.
by the way. This ice
Oh.
cream is the chocolate, by the way.
about the whiny monkeys.
You can, it's
Coda,
very,
Kathy Lee.
There you go.
it's a hint, but it is delicious, you guys. Have
It
a
is
great
really
day.
good.
Hope to see you back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 8:58. The Nevada Department of Transportation is resealing the pavement service on State Route 877. The entire length of Franktown Road is going to be closed for micro-surfacing today and tomorrow between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. One-way traffic controls are going to be in place. Officials say the drivers should expect up to a 30-minute delay. And if you plan on driving in Sparks today through Friday, Victorian Avenue is going to be closed between Rock Boulevard and 16th Street. There's going to be a short detour while a new water main is being installed. And also in Sparks, lanes are going to be reduced on Silverado Boulevard today and tomorrow for utility work between 9th Street and Audi Boulevard. Whew, got to find a lot of detours if you're going to be driving in that area. All right, meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at our forecast. Hi, Tim.
Good morning to you. We're watching for more flash flooding issues later on today. We had those scattered storms out yesterday and do some heavy rain in some spots, as well as the small hail that we saw in some areas. Gusty winds, lightning, and thunder could do it all again today, scattered around the area. So from noon to 9 p.m., a flash flood watch is in place. Nothing going on really for the most part yet this morning, but again, the action picks up later today. 73 in Reno, 70 in Dayton so far this morning. Scattered